Alright, let me see something real quick. Let me check something. Am I live? Double check. I think. Am I double check? Yep, I am live and I've got my camera on. Let me plug my phone in real quick, turn it like that. So, yeah, I think we got it. What's going on, everybody? I figured out how to use StreamYard on my phone. I guess you couldn't at first. I did a small stream last night, 2 nights ago, whatever. Really only had Nate Kingston show up, but let me check the chat. Looks like it's just me. I put the link in there if anyone wants to join it. Join the stream. I really would love to get you guys on talking some sports. And while I'm talking sports, got Sports Center on. Maybe talk about what they're reporting. I'm sure it should be nothing really that new. I'm sure it's just more of this whole players are going to protest in the NFL. They're going to kneel because of George Floyd and everything, which I really just am fed up with all this stuff. I've said it multiple times recently. Get rid of the politics in sports. It's insane. So what they're talking about right now, Cam Newton signing with the Patriots. I already said it. They're trying to tank, right? Tell me they're trying to tank. What's up, Gator Hater? Hashtag no nation. Where's my dang honey bun? That's in reference. I was at my other grandparents' house last week. And I was doing a live stream. We had honey buns on the shelf in the background. I didn't bring them with me, Gator Hater. Tough out of luck, man. Yeah. It says that's a pretty cool color right there. Change the color of it a little bit. What is this? Dan Orlowski. That's the man right there. But you can get them at the store, Gator Hater. You know that, right? But see how you treat me. I wasn't trying to do anything mean or anything like that. But it's only a 1-year contract. I wasn't trying to be a jerk or anything, Gator Hater. Listen, you can still get them at the store. I know you're busting my chops a little bit, you know. I know that. I'm not dumb. Not as dumb as I might sound or look. So, but doing some Q&A tonight. Whatever you want to talk about, I guess. Talking some sports, you know. I think we're going to get a football season this year. I really do. I think to sit here and say with everything that's been going on with the virus, first off, I don't even buy into it all that much. I really don't. What's up, Caden Alvis says, "What up? What up?" I was doing a peace sign there. I know it might have looked like something else. It just was angled. Sam Bell. What's up, Ballard Sports Media? What's up? What's up, Sam Bell? How you doing tonight? Gator Hater just teasing me. Yeah. Gator Hater and Old Nation. Cam Newton took his cross dressing. Yeah, Medea has moved. I put the stream in the chat if anyone wants to come on. Just scroll up, click the link, put your name, whatever you want it to show up. As whatever you want your name to be. Your choice if you come on the stream, if you want your camera or not. Completely up to you. I know I'm just teasing you, but if you give me one, it would be free. We charge 89 cents for that, sir. All right. I think it's 89 cents just for one, all right? But if you want to get a whole pack, now I give you one for free. Are you remind me again, Gator Hater? I know you're a Seminole fan. You're in Florida, right? I'm not sure what part you said you were in or if you're actually in Florida, but Patriots need to check Cam Newton for more than just the COVID-19. Yeah, they need to check, make sure he's not hiding any wardrobes, need to check his ankles, need to check his wrists, gotta make sure, because, I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, the decline of Cam Newton is just uh, ridiculous. I mean, listen, he started out so great, won the MVP. He was a Heisman winner at Auburn after he transferred there from Florida. Um, I mean, I don't know where it went wrong for him. I feel like ever since they lost um, the Super Bowl 50 against the Broncos, I feel like ever since they lost that game, that's when the decline happened. Honestly, I think it started there. So, Sam Bell, hey, Ballard Sports Media. Is Big Vol Daddy going to be on the live stream tonight, sir? I don't know if he is. I honestly don't know. Get him in here, though, if you want. See, for watching, really only see about 3 people in the chat, but yeah, I don't know if BVD's going to show up. I know he was live earlier. I guess technically it's 10 Eastern. It's 9:20 here in Alabama. I don't live in Bama. I know I'm a Bama fan, but I live in Florida technically. But I'm up here for the entire summer. So I guess his stream just ended not too long ago, I guess. But dang, Ballard, you were treating me bad. You're going to charge me 89 cents for a whole, and I can get the whole box for $2. Used to be until Hurricane. Now I'm in Nashville. I think I remember you telling me about that one time, Gator Hater. I think you said, was it Irma or which hurricane? Because we were talking about that on one of my streams before, but I don't remember which one you said. So again, I put the link in here. Really would love to get someone on here. It's your choice, though. But I'm still trying to figure it out on mobile, though. But I knew at some point I would get on here and get you guys on. So now you're in Nashville, Gator Hater. Is it don't they call that the Music City or whatever? They call it the something city. I'm pretty sure. Ryan Schnur. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your last name. I don't know how you say it. Schnur. Says, "What's up, Ballard? Love your vids, especially the college football previews. I was wondering what your favorite NFL, college football, MLB, and NBA teams are. Don't have a favorite NBA team. I'm a Buccaneers fan. I'm a Alabama football and men's basketball fan, and then for MLB, I'm a Rays fan. So, but those are my teams. Honestly, I just kind of pull for the local teams. I kind of just said, you know what, if I'm getting into baseball, go with the Rays, I guess. But it's one of those, I'm really just a baseball fan in general. I love baseball. I do pull for the Bucks, even though they have sucked in recent years. They're rising up, man. People are finally talking about them. But yeah, so those are my teams. I've been a Bama fan for as long as I can remember as well. But trying to be a sportscaster, I try to get into sports and stuff as much as possible. So, um, yeah, they should be good this year, especially the Buccaneers. I'm not too sure about the Rays. They made the American League wild card and then divisional round, but then they lost to the Astros. Which I mean, if they cheated in, there's rumors they cheated in the last year's World Series against the Nationals, even though it didn't pay off, obviously. But so um, I mean, who? It doesn't matter if they cheated there or not. It didn't pay off for them. But so, uh, Sam Bell, hey, Ballard Sports Media, you should invite Uncle Lou on the Ballard Sports Media live stream sometime. I am a big Uncle Lou fan. He knows I have a channel. He knows about it. I don't even know if he's subscribed or not. I should maybe talk to him about it. I'm sure maybe he's checked it out once or twice though. But yeah, it would be pretty cool to get him on here. I started doing series college football fans perspective. Even though I've done team previews, I've done where I got Nate Kingston on. He shows up. He's a Michigan fan. He's always showing up. But I got him on to talk Michigan football for like an hour or so, and it's really more of like a series where it's interviewing a fan of a college football team about their team for the upcoming season on StreamYard. It didn't really work out like I had planned. I kept saying stuff about it. No one really emailed me. So it just maybe for 2021, try to do something for it. But if you guys ever want to send an email, feel free to. You can. It's not my personal email, of course. You guys know if you make a YouTube channel, it's got to go through Google, and you know, got to get a Gmail with it, I guess. So hold on. I'll put it in here. Was crap. Let me see. Was this sideways that entire time? Because I'm viewing this. It doesn't look like it. I guess it's just acting weird. But yeah, I put the email in there. You can email me if you guys want to. BallardSports19@gmail.com. If you ever want to be on a live stream to talk about your team, or you ever want to just say hello or whatever, feel free to reach out. Have any questions? Of course, let me know who you are as well. I'll get back to you whenever I, get around to it, of course. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to the college football season. I did a college football bowl preview video, or not a bowl preview, bowl predictions. I have Bama and Ohio State in the and it was really just the New Year's Six bowls. It was like the Citrus Bowl, the Outback Bowl, the Fiesta in orange and the peach, cotton, sugar, and Rose Bowl. I guess that's 8, but you get it. It's like the main type of all of the um first off the games that they use for the semifinals, and then a couple of other big ones that big name teams always make. But I didn't have the time or patience just to go through every single bowl game. What do you think about Penn State this year? I think they're going to do great. I'll have to double check and see which bowl game I put them in. I think I put them in like the Cotton Bowl or something. I'll have to double check. I like Penn State this year. I think they have a great chance to make the playoffs. The only thing is Ohio State. They could make it as a one-loss team with their only loss to Ohio State. A lot would have to happen with other teams. I'm a big Alabama fan, but having uh, some family members that are Penn State fans, in the family, I try to pull for Penn State too if I can. Um, I'm hoping they can make the playoffs. I kind of want to see them play Bama, if I'm being honest. But I got Ohio State as the favorite for the Big Ten. This year, of course, I think a lot of people do. I think Penn State will be a favorite. I think they will be just underneath Ohio State, but I think they have a pretty decent chance to try to win the Big Ten East, potentially make the playoffs. They can make if they win out, if they end up losing to Ohio State, if they go 11-1 and that's their only loss, maybe they didn't win their conference. That doesn't mean they're out. They just gotta hope that there's some that they're the best one-loss team, or there's some 10-2 teams throughout the season. So I think they have a really great chance. They're going to be a true contender. They will pretty much end up having at least no more than two losses, and they will finish in a New Year's Six Bowl. If that helps you out. As a summary right there for you. Seriously, they're showing Cam Newton highlights here. Career highlights, that is. Thumbs up, man. Yep. Don't forget to hit the actual thumbs up and subscribe. Really would appreciate it. Why are they still talking about Cam Newton? I mean, listen, he is not what he once was. Honestly. Now, I'm not saying he's terrible, but you get what I'm trying to say here. I mean, his injury history don't make it better. So, I mean, he's not the worst. Don't get me wrong, but the Patriots sign him, and if they think, yeah, he'll be the guy to fill the shoes of Tom Brady, you're crazy. Now they got two Auburn quarterbacks, not to mention two Auburn transfer quarterbacks, because I think he transferred there from Florida. Newton did, and then Stidham they drafted last year, in like the fourth or fifth round, who transferred from uh, I can't remember. Was it Baylor or something? I think. Um, uh, don't forget the links in the chat. If you want to click on that and get up on the stream, just click it. Put your name or whatever you want to show up on the stream, and I'll get you on. I really want to talk to you guys tonight if that's cool with you guys. So so do you think you could do a video predicting the top 25 to start the season? Yeah, absolutely. I think I might do that at some point, maybe within the next month or so, maybe sometime in August if I can find time. I go um, actually go to college to start in the fall, community college. I mean, it's not like I have a dorm or anything, but local school nearby, trying to be a sportscaster. But uh, I might do a preseason top 25 prediction poll or whatever. What's going on? Blake West Music says, "Hey, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope all your music and everything's going well. We're talking sports, doing Q&A tonight. I put a link in the chat. If you want to be on the stream, you can click that. Feel free to get on. But it's good to see you in here, Blake West." Man, I think when the Gronk came out of retirement, it was because he wanted to be with Brady first off, and I have a feeling he truly wanted to get out of New England. That's what I really think about the Gronk. He doesn't just come out of retirement. Uh, I mean, obviously, I mean, listen, when he retired, I said he's kind of young to retire, in the league, right? But I think he just wanted to get out of that organization. That whole organization in New England is messed up, man. Robert Kraft, Belichick. Now they're great, but that was nice. Some golf stuff here. I'm trying to get into golf too, but it's just ridiculous. I think how it's gone down. But with Kraft and Belichick and all of them. Does anyone want to get on? I put we got a guest on here. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Let's see. It's Blake West. Blake
How you
West, how
doing?
you
How
doing?
you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good.
What's up?
Roll Tide, as you know, that's how it
Yes, sir.
always is for me. Uh, I don't know, man. I'm very confident in the ability of Alabama to win it all.
Yeah, I agree.
It kind of reminds me of a 2015 season. After 2 years of not winning, everybody says
Right.
the dynasty's dead, and then they go out there. Even if they lost a game, they'd go to the Natty and win it. So we'll see what
Yeah.
happens. Honestly, I don't even know if we're gonna make it through the season with this coronavirus and stuff, man. To be honest with you, look, I'm a traditionalist. I want football. I want all these sports to play out, but when you miss historic stuff that's happened for a long time, it's hard to let that go, especially like a third Saturday in October or
Hmm.
anything in that manner, like an Iron Bowl. If you let that go, that's the first time in a
A
long
long time.
time, in like a
Yeah.
century, that you haven't done that, or half a century. Like that's a long time to look at and say we haven't done that in that long. And
Right.
I think fans will hate it. But I don't know, man. I have a 5% chance that football will play out. I think it's a 100%
5%,
chance
man.
we'll play the first couple of games, but I think it's a 5% chance we'll play the whole season. I mean, I literally think this is just going to kill the season. This coronavirus, I hate it. Uh,
Yeah.
my personal opinion. I think that with the riots, along with everything else, the protests, I think that a lot of doctors, I don't think one doctor's came out and agreed that people can go out and do that. So,
I
but what?
think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you brought up the riots. I think that kind of plays a part in it too, because not only people leaving their homes going to protest, it's large crowds and gatherings too, and that's really messing it up. Like we were getting there to the point where things were looking up, they were opening stuff up, numbers were dropping, and then they just had to go and protest with George Floyd and everything, and they had to get in big crowds, and it just got ridiculous.
Well, I've always, and it's just me. I've always looked at everybody as equal. I've always treated everybody as equal, and
Right.
I've continued to be that person. And I don't care who you are. I'll help you out. But um, it ain't happening around here. I live in Pell City,
Right.
Alabama. Um, and in Pell City, Alabama, I was going to tell a funny NASCAR story. One time, because they come to Talladega quite often in Pell City,
Right. The
St. Clair
super
County.
speedway.
Yeah. Talladega
Yeah.
Super Speedway. I'm not a NASCAR fan per se. I'm more of a dirt track kind of person. I love the dirt kicking up, set about the third row. The dirt will hit you in the
Right.
face, kind of thing. I love the dirt track. I think it takes skill to be on a dirt track. And uh, NASCAR wise, though, I used to play NASCAR '04. Uh,
Yeah.
and on the Xbox, and I'd always play Bobby Labonte because Bobby Labonte is my favorite racer.
Right.
Well, Talladega, if you know that town, it's not really big enough for NASCAR to come in there and do autographs the days before the race, to do
Right.
autographs and have the cars out there. So what they do is they set up a at the Walmart in Pell City and on near Talladega, the Bass Pro Shop near Talladega on Highway 177.
Yeah.
And somewhere in I think Lincoln they set up. I don't know. Lincoln's pretty small. But they set up in these different areas, different super places. And they had I got to take a picture with Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car, Jeff
That's awesome.
Gordon's, and a bunch of others. I got to meet my favorite racer that day. That day, Bobby Labonte was there signing autographs. I walked up to him, and he signed my picture of him. I actually have it in a picture frame, and
Right.
uh, and he signed my picture of him, and I extended my hand out to shake his hand, and he just
Hmm.
stared at me like I was crazy as hell.
That's
But he
awesome.
but he wound up shaking my hand because I wasn't leaving there without shaking hands. I just wasn't.
Right.
But yeah, they come
Not
here
backing
twice a
down.
year. They come here twice a year. They set up the week before, beers on sale, a bunch of other stuff that the NASCAR goes with.
Right.
They have a NASCAR simulator that you can get in. Bunch of races are here. They're show cars. So the cars that are at Walmart or Bass Pro, they're not cars that are going to be um, put out on the track. Those are cars just for show. Those
Like
work
the
and you can
fun.
crank them up. But they take multiple cars with them because they take these show cars and just put them out so people can touch them and look at them. Because if you think about it, I
Right.
mean, somebody walk up randomly. I touched Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s tire if I wanted to. Boop, it's over.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to get in. Trying to be a sportscaster and everything. I'm trying to get into more of like all these other sports because it's normally basketball, baseball, football. I'm trying to get into stuff like NASCAR and golf and all that. Just trying to be a sportscaster. You got to try to cover as much as possible. But man, that whole as soon as I'm starting to get into NASCAR and everything, then there's this whole Bubba Wallace drama, and I'm just like, it's getting
Well,
ridiculous.
we
I
all know
mean,
how that. I mean, if anybody would have if they'd have called me up, to come over there, which I agree. It did look like a news. I don't know who tied that, and that's the only one that checked
right,
all the things. I mean, I get that. So why don't we just cut the rope down? Let's make a new one. Uh,
right, yeah,
it took 5 minutes for me. I'd have walked in there, looked at it, pulled on it, and said, "Hey, there you go. It's a door pull." Um, but hey, NASCAR did what they thought was best, and for the uh mainstream, what they did was right as far as walking with Bubba Wallace and all that. I think that was right. I think they did the
right.
right thing for the mainstream, and they showed out, and I think it worked out for them.
Yeah,
Uh,
and when they found out, that it was actually used to pull the door down and everything, first off, Bubba Wallace, I'm pretty sure it was Bubba Wallace, but didn't he say what did he say? It was like an act of racism, or the people were at least claiming it. I don't know if it was Bubba Wallace
well, that's
exactly,
a
but
that's a that's a misconception. What he said was is that it was a because I watched all of this. What he said was after they found out, he said it's a good thing that it's not directed towards me, but nonetheless, it was still a noose. He tried to claim that still, and yes, he actually is right in that fact. So I mean, just cut the rope down. Let's do a new rope. They're never going to find out who did it because nobody's going to come and fess up to something like that. Because then whoever
Right.
tied it, somebody's going to be saying, "Oh, you just did it because you're a racist." You know, I mean, ain't nobody ever going to
Yeah,
fess up to that. I mean, but to be honest with you, it had to be one of those crews because
that's true.
ain't nobody in America. I promise, ain't
Nobody
nobody
has
in Pell
access
City,
to that.
Alabama, or Talladega, or Lincoln, or any of these places around Talladega. Ain't nobody got access to that thing. It had to be a crew member of somebody's.
I agree. And for all we know, maybe Bubba Wallace, and I'm not saying this is what happened or anything, but I mean, people will just do this just to start crap and just maybe he did this just to start some drama or whatever. I'm not saying he did or didn't. We don't know. But
Well, I
I'm
don't
just
think so. They already
whoever
proved that
did.
it was tied the year before, and I've done seen the picture. It is a noose. As far as its tying, the way that it's tied, it doesn't work like a noose, but it's tied like that. Um,
Right.
a noose, when you pull on it, it tightens up around that neck, so it moves up and
Mhm.
down. This just
Right.
stays in one spot. So whatever, whoever tied it didn't tie it correctly. But
Right.
whoever did it, look, it's in the past now. We got to move forward past it. I
Yeah.
do want more people to watch certain things now. Me personally, I'm not going to be watching NASCAR anytime soon. I don't see
Right.
anybody on the NASCAR circuit that I'm interested in. Bobby Labonte, I was interested in his races because he was number 18 car, green, back in
Yeah.
the day, and he was just a beast. And him and his brother both, and all these different characters. Have I been to? I had a chance to go to one that weekend, but I decided to stay at the house and go see my girlfriend. I don't really want to be at a NASCAR race. Uh,
I'm sure
let
it's loud there, isn't it? It's pretty loud with all the cars
Yeah, it
going by.
is. You get to meet famous people at NASCAR races because country
Really?
singers come and rap stars come and different people in the music community and famous people from around the world and in racing and like Travis Pastrana came
Yeah.
and participated. But dirt tracks are where it's at. You can bring your cooler, have a bunch of drinks in there, have some beer. And
Yeah.
you're not supposed to bring whiskey, but they can't say shit to you. I mean, it's hidden in the cooler.
Right.
That's what you do when you go to
What
a
you
race.
gotta
I
do,
mean,
what you gotta
yeah, it's awesome to be at a dirt track. Dirt tracks are just awesome. Mud races are awesome. Anything in that degree, a derby like a Kentucky Derby or something. I've had the chance multiple times to go to NASCAR races. I choose not to because I'm not the
Right.
biggest of fans. I'd watch it on TV sometimes if it's on and it's the only thing. But personally, the best time you'll have is just like Uncle Lou says with tailgating. He says outside
Right.
it's better that way. It's more fun when you're
To
looking at a
tailgate.
cookout or tailgating with somebody. Same thing
Yeah.
with racing when those guys are out there signing autographs and they're out there at these different places. You get to shake their hand and meet them face to face and stuff. Now this year that won't happen. They probably won't do anything like that with the corona. Um,
Right.
I don't want this to change the rest of our lives. To be honest, I don't want nobody to die, but uh, it can't change. Like we've got to get back to work. We've got to get back. Look, Alabama's almost there. We're so close. After a couple
Right.
more, about at least 60 more days, we should be all back to normal. But Alabama's pretty open right now. We're not forced to wear masks. I haven't worn masks since. I'm not telling anybody to do what they want to do, and I'm not saying that coronavirus is fake. I've never said that one time. I believe it's real. It has a lot of cases, killed a lot of folks. To be
Right.
honest with you, I have not worn a mask since day one. I haven't worn any gloves. I've washed my hands.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I've took care of
Close all
myself,
the
and I
time.
haven't got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't gotten it. I don't know anyone personally who's gotten it, and I've been up here in Alabama. I actually live in Florida, but I'm up here visiting family for the summer. We first got here, my grandmother's like, "You gotta wear a mask," and I'm just because I wasn't buying this whole Corona thing just to begin with, because I'm like, this is just another flu or thing we can hype up, but then the numbers start going up and you see it, and I don't believe every number, but I'm sure it's still out there and it's still real. I don't know if
No, you
it's
shouldn't
as
believe
many
every
as it
number.
is.
I'm not a hoax person. I'm not calling it a hoax. I don't believe it's a hoax. I believe it's real. And that's why I wouldn't say that about football if I didn't believe it was real. I believe it's a real thing. I just personally haven't
Right,
got it. I've got one friend that's had it, and he got over it in 5 days and went
right.
back to
Yeah,
work in a hospital. So he got over it in 5 days, no problem. I mean, it's how it is.
I
Um,
know people have got it, but I don't know anyone personally, like a friend or family member that's gotten it. But
well, I mean,
yeah,
to be honest, and I'm a big guy, but I've been on a diet lately. It's been working, and I'm trying to get down. But America is a fat country, and
right,
diabetes and stuff, that is something that's also got like a effect towards this, a less immune system, less time to heal, stuff like that for diabetics, people with heart problems, and different kinds of things. And I get that. So America was obviously going to get hit harder than anybody else. Um, that's just a basic bottom line. I mean, it's just how it is. People can say what they
right,
want. I'm a person who is going to go out there and take action. If I get this, it's a miracle because I don't know. I just haven't got it, and I'm glad I haven't got it. I'm glad. I mean,
right,
but they say that some people get it won't even know it. So I don't know about that. We'll see. Um, because some people just immune to symptoms. I don't know. They're just so strong in their immune system. Is whatever.
right. Nate's asking who this is. Sam? No. Blake West. Blake West Music. You can go check him out. I haven't seen much videos from you. Are you still working on music and stuff?
Yeah, I am. I just lately I've been off a little bit. And everybody goes through things. Me personally, right now, I'm trying to lose weight and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get back on that. It's just I'm not rushing to do anything. Still practicing every day. I got my guitar, and I play it. It's just how it happens. Sometimes it's a wave. Sometimes you stop writing for a little bit, and sometimes you're writing, and sometimes you're learning, and whatever you're doing.
Right.
Um, I'm learning these little things, and I'm thinking about music to write, and I'll get there. But at the end of the day, um, I'm not worried. Uh, I'm thinking about things. Sometimes I get in deep thought. I'm
Right.
26 years old, and I get in deep thought. I'm a very mature person for my age. I'm only 26, but people always mistake me for being older because of the way I talk and stuff. But
Yeah.
I get in deep thoughts sometimes, and I think about what I want. Do I want what do I want? And I want a family, man. That's the number one goal. Um, to have something like that,
Yeah.
that would be my top tier goal is to find somebody to love,
Yeah.
and who loves me, and have a family, and work the rest of my life. But it's especially tough to get a job right now. Uh, and I'm not an uppity person. I really not. But
Right.
once you do a certain style of job, you don't want to go to flipping burgers or doing something like that
Right.
when you're used to forklifts and doing chemical technician work and different things of that nature. Once you do that kind of job, you're just like, that's my life. That's what I like to do. I like to do outdoorsy stuff and work.
Yeah.
Um,
Like the fish and stuff.
yeah, I'm, but I can do a lot. I'm a lot smarter than a lot of people think. I'm smarter than I look. Is the kind of thing
Right.
I'm going for there.
I gotcha.
It's just it's just how it is. But at, there's times in music, and I've talked to my guitar teacher about this many times, both of them. And there's times in music it's a wave. Sometimes you're on it, like those previous two songs I wrote. I wrote them back to back. It was a
Yeah.
wave I had it that
Did
day,
you
and
didn't I thought I heard someone say, I think Uncle Lou said it. Didn't you make that one morning show song for him? Was that
Yeah, I
you?
did. I did.
That's what I heard. It sounds pretty good. They
Yeah.
need to make that the new theme song, I think.
Well, it was for a little bit. They took it
Yeah.
off. I don't know why, but I appreciate the opportunity. I've said it many times. I'm a
Yeah.
very humble person, and just the opportunity was great. And I appreciate BVD, Uncle Lou, and BVD for both of them for that. Um,
Mhm.
it means a lot to me because it's something that gave me a chance to put my music out there. And people
Yeah.
need to understand. See, the problem is people don't know how hard it is. Really, to learn a guitar. That they don't know how much work it takes. They don't know how much blood comes off your fingers and different things. And
Yeah.
they don't know.
I
They don't know that kind of thing. They think that concert that guy does. They think it's like well he just got up
no
there and
big
played some
deal.
songs. But it's not like that. They work for
Right.
that, and it takes some time. And uh, I've only been playing like I've been playing like this. I only been learning the guitar for 10 and a half weeks.
That's it.
That's it.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. I tried to take guitar lessons, and I could play an E minor. I struggled a little bit with the D chord or whatever. Music's just not where I'm gifted at. I'm into sports and stuff. I'm trying to be a sportscaster, but I think my biggest thing with the guitar was timing and transitioning with chords. Oh man, that was a pain because it's not easy to do, especially when you're like playing, and I don't know if you can.
It took me 2 weeks to perfect. It took me 2 weeks to perfect the GCD. D was easy. I already had D down from the jump. What I'll say about that
Right,
is you gave up too. I don't know how long you worked on it, but you gave up too easy. Most people, when they're learning the guitar, they give up too easy. It's not
right.
that bad. And it took me day and night for six. It took me day and night for 2 weeks doing that. Day and night, I stayed with it, especially during this Corona. Since I was there, it took me 2 weeks of doing it day and night. Then from there, I learned this and that, and then it kept going from there. Now I know a bunch of chords, a bunch of keys. Three chords make a key. I've learned a
Right.
bunch of keys. There's 7 major keys and 7 minor keys. I've learned a bunch of minor
Mhm.
chords, different things. I'm still working on the F major. It's the hardest one,
Right.
the best chord, and the
Oh,
hardest one.
yeah. The
But
D chord gave
okay,
me the roughest time trying to like man, just trying to form it just right was just a struggle for me. I mean, I don't know if that's supposed to be one of the easiest or not, but I mean, I could not handle it.
it's pretty easy because your fingers are so close together, so you don't have to stretch
Right.
out.
And it's like 1, 2, 3, and it makes the shape of a D or whatever, but
No, I'd explain it like this. All you do is you take your ring finger
right,
and hold on, let me look at it. Yeah, okay. All you do is you take this finger and you're gonna put it
right,
on the third string from the bottom on
right.
the second fret. You take
Mhm.
this finger, the middle finger, and you're gonna put it
Right,
down on the high E, the first string, on the
right.
same second fret.
On the
The
bottom of
third,
the guitar,
the third fret, you're gonna put it on the second string on the third
right
fret,
in the middle.
and
Yeah,
that's all you're gonna do. That's all you're gonna do, and that's it. That's it for D. I
yeah,
mean, D's pretty simple. F is F and F sharp minor and B minor are the toughest chords to make.
yeah. I
But
think
if
the easiest one for me to learn was E minor because it's literally is it the second and third string and it's like the second fret and then the third fret or whatever, and it's just 2 fingers, ring and middle finger. It's that simple. Just place them there, I guess.
Yeah, it's two fingers, but I use four because I do it a different way. But um, it's two fingers on the second fret. It's pretty much the easiest thing you could do. E minor and E major are the two easiest, in my opinion. At the end of the day, guitar playing, I've been playing for 10 and a half weeks, and I've done amazing for what I've done. I
Right.
appreciate everybody's who gave me an opportunity, and I appreciate those things. I've got to continue on the grind. I don't have a scheduled
Mhm.
thing for my channel. I don't have a scheduled thing. Oh, I upload here, upload now, upload this.
Right. Like you're not really in much of a hurry for it, right?
No, I have some stuff in the works that I'm looking at, but they're years down the
Right.
road, and they're very exciting things. And I mean, it would go big, but I want to lose this weight, get in shape, and I know six pack or nothing, but just get in shape, get a good shape going, and then boom, pull out my show and do it right. But to
Right.
be honest, um, I want to pass music along. I want to teach people, and I'm thinking about starting some guitar lessons on my channel for
That
beginners
would be cool.
because I can already do that just because I've already got this far, and I've my teachers have told me I've done things that take some people years to do, and it's only
Yeah.
because I put in the work. If you do the work, if you have the willpower and the testament to it, you're going to be good with it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's just how it is. No, I haven't,
Yeah.
Dwayne. I'm actually part of the Camel Clutch. Been with them since November.
Yeah.
No, I have not. But I think he's impressed with my progression and stuff, and a lot of people are. It took time
Right.
and it took work, and that's all I could say. It takes time and work. Um, I'm really
Yeah.
excited though. I have some songs I'm working on that are going to be really nice. There's some things I come up with out of thin air that are really good, and I do random stuff with the guitar because you'll hear it. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, look, man, music it'll change your life. That's what I can
So,
say.
yeah, how does this stuff come to you? Is it like it just comes to you just like that? Do you dream about it? Like, how does like these songs you sing and write and all that? How does that just come to you?
I'm just playing one day and I hit this
Just kind
note
of
that I
feel together.
hear, and I'm like, holy shit, that'd be a nice damn song right there. Okay, now I'm gonna sing
Yeah.
this a little bit. I start with a line, like when I was writing Angel Sing this song. Um, I started with a line of Lost in the Darkness, um,
Right.
and just went from there. Once I got lost in the darkness, I went from there. It's just like some of my other songs. One of my powerful songs, really good song, out in Texas.
Right.
She left out fast as hell. Um, like a speeding bullet setting sail. Um, she left out fast as hell. Like a speeding bullet setting sail. Then went from there, took that, made that into something else, and then went into the chorus of. I started out actually with the line. She's planted at a landing strip out in Texas. And I'm not from Texas. I've been to Texas many times, but I'm not from Texas. I just knew that there's never been a song called "Out in Texas," so I wrote it. And it's just a random thing. It comes and goes in waves. It is something that you'll find. Like I write stories that are true and stuff that I've seen. All stories that all the songs I write, I truthful. I do have this
Right.
one friend that had a dream, and he told me about his dream, and I wrote a song about that because he wanted me to. He asked me to.
Yeah.
But that was probably the toughest, is to somebody tell you a dream they had, and you trying to make up a whole song about it. It's kind of
Right.
crazy.
Because you can't know exactly what went on unless they tell you detail, and it's hard to keep up with it too, isn't it? I would
Yeah,
assume.
it was because all we were doing was texting back and forth, and I finally got it. It's called Everything. But back then I couldn't play, so I had to go back and transpose that song. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, it's tough anyway for a lot of people to write songs. Me, um, it just comes to me. I think my writing ability, just like BBD has said to me, my writing ability is a ticket for me. I think that it's high quality, and that's something I focus on. Uh,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, no matter what, I'm proud of those things.
Yeah.
And it's just like something like this. I've been an Alabama fan since '97. I remember my first Alabama game watching it was I was at home with my dad. We were sitting on the couch and he was cheering for this team, Alabama. I don't know who
Hmm.
they were playing then. I was only like 3 years old, 3.5 years old. I don't know who they were playing. I don't know what's going on. All I knew was these people in this crimson was playing somebody, and you know I think that my fandom came outside of state because I'm from Mississippi, and in
Oh,
Mississippi you don't have
okay.
no pro teams. You don't have all college
Right.
teams. I'm not a Mississippi State fan. I hate cowbells. I'm not an Ole Miss fan. Southern Miss is the closest anything I watch for football in
Right.
Mississippi. And
Yeah.
Alabama was my first team, so I went with them. Pittsburgh Steelers was my first team in 2001 when I was 6. No, almost 7. Yeah, I think I was 7 years old then. Yeah, 7. So in 2001, when I was 7, I saw my first Pittsburgh Steelers game, and I was like, "Holy shit! Okay, I like them." Okay,
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Penguins in hockey. Then we go with the Chicago Bulls and Chicago Cubs out there for NBA and
Yeah.
MLB. I'm not a soccer guy. Don't have a soccer team, even though I do watch the FIFA World Cup every year.
Yeah.
Because there's always something crazy. Like I remember that one year I wasn't going to watch it, but I decided to. And that dude, Superman, kicked that one guy. It was funny as hell.
I don't
Um,
really follow much about soccer,
you
if I'm
you
being
should follow
honest.
hockey. You should follow hockey the
I'm
most.
trying
I
to.
think, man, because they fight and stuff. I love that. I
Yeah,
love that aspect. I think that with the corona, they're not gonna be able to do that no more. But man, that is the greatest to see somebody
I
just go at it and
saw.
they let them go at it.
I saw a movie. Let's see, 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, man, this is so cool. I got to get into actual hockey. I'm trying to think. Miracle. You ever see Miracle?
Yes, Miracle. That's the movie I was trying to think
That's a
about.
great movie.
So back
Yeah.
then, in 1980, Russia was beating the Americans in a lot of ways,
Right.
and we needed a team to do that. That was the last time that they used people who were amateurs or colleges. That's the last time they ever used that. They started using NHL guys to go in there. But man, when they were using those amateurs, that was the greatest. To see a guy go from
Right.
that to that, and they beat the Russians. That was like the ultimate thing. And like that dude blocked 26 or 32 goals in that little bit
Oh
of
yeah.
time against that team. It was crazy. They got him glasses or whatever. It was just an awesome story, all around good story.
Yeah. That's a long
But
time, Dwayne.
that's awesome, Dwayne, to be able to say. I wish I could have seen Paul Bear Bryant. Now, personally, I believe Nick Saban's better than Paul Bear Bryant. I looked at both of their career records, and they're about the same. They're really close in record at the certain stages, a certain part of the careers. It's only that my buddy Nick, he got to 6 championships a lot quicker,
Exactly.
and
It took you there a while.
but I'll say this: Paul Bear Bryant's better in one way. Nick Saban has a lot more available to him today. I know he's a traditionalist, but
Yeah.
to be honest, let's be honest, the technology has made it a lot easier for coaches and different things.
Especially with stuff like recruiting.
Paul Bear Bryant
'Cause
did it without all that. But is the talent?
yeah,
Is there the talent gap and the longer people get to study football? That's the thing. The talent gap. I don't know how much of a talent gap we have from those days to now. Like
yeah.
I mean, you see all these records being broken, but I think Saban's better. I think they're going to name a stadium or at least have a little part of that stadium named after him.
Maybe call
Um,
it like uh Saban and Bear Stadium or something like that. I don't know, but he deserves more because he's already got a statue in Tuscaloosa on campus.
mhm.
I mean, this guy needs a lot more than that
I might
because
get to meet him.
when he's gone,
My dad's bosses are actually alumni at Alabama. It's going to make people cry when they hear how long that Nick Saban signed his extension. The alumni, I
Right.
know it firsthand. I know what it is, but I'm not going to say it on stream because you know how it is with alumni. You're not supposed to leak
Right.
information. But he
Yeah.
signed for quite a good number of years extra, you know, to stay on. So people better get ready. I mean, he's going to be here for a little bit. And thing about Nick Saban is he's just like, and I don't like comparing him to Joe Paterno because he's been disgraced and all this, you know, even though I don't think he deserved that. I I'm just saying he's getting to those levels where he's just that good. I mean, he's just a beast all the way around.
Right.
Um, very successful coach, and I think that they win a national championship this year if the season fully goes. I think we beat everybody, including Ohio State. I think it's going to be Alabama versus Ohio State in the
For
end.
the Natty?
Yeah, for the Natty, I
I
think it's
think
both
so
of them.
too. Or well, okay, I take that back. I got Clemson and Bama. I want mostly. Well, I guess I kind of want Clemson and Bama because if you look at the playoff era, they both got 2 titles. They're both 2-2 against each other. It's pretty much all tied up. We kind of need a tiebreaker, and I kind of want that this year. And it would mean a lot more if it was head to head kind of thing. Because if Clemson won this year against Bama, you know what they're going to do is call them the premier program in football. They're not going to throw Alabama under completely, but it's like, hey, Clemson just surpassed Alabama.
Clemson will get destroyed by Alabama. I'm telling you right. You
You're
heard it
calling
first
it
here.
now?
Look, man,
Oh,
I guarantee a win over Clemson
hey,
easily.
they're going to be mad this year, Alabama. They got an axe to grind, man. They got
They
a
got
lot.
it. But that's what happens with Alabama when they have extra ground. That's what
Don't
happened.
mess
Okay,
with
look
us,
at
man.
2009. Let's look at
Right.
2009. 09. We won the Natty,
14.
undefeated, 14-0. Then
Yes,
from
sir.
there into the next year. Now AJ McCarron's got 3
10-2.
rings. He's got 3 championship
Yeah.
rings.
Yeah.
But he was a backup
Right.
in the 2009 game. So in
Oh, that's
2010,
right. He was there.
yeah,
Okay, I was trying
in
to figure it out.
2010, um, we had the whole Auburn thing beat us, and they went on. Then in 2011, we come with a vigil and won, and then we won in 2012 too.
Yeah.
But in 2012,
Notre
everybody
Dame
knew
was doing
Bama was
well.
winning. Everybody in 2012 said, "Hey, Alabama's winning this." Look, we beat LSU 21-0 in the Natty in 2011. Then in
Yeah,
2012,
we
we
did.
destroyed Notre Dame 42-14. Manny
Uh-huh.
Teo can go suck one. Manny Teo, we heard about that dude forever, and he got dragged by Eddie Lacy. And it's sad what happened to Eddie Lacy in the
3 years
NFL.
later, too. I think that
It's sad.
2015 team, I think the 2015 team, they made a special small documentary on SEC Network about it. It was called like the story of the 2015 Crimson Tide with Jake Coker. Dude, after that Ole Miss loss, everyone wrote Alabama off completely, pretty
That was
much. It's
before
like,
that.
I
It was
don't
before
see
that.
how they would do it.
2013 and 2014, we did not win for 2 years in a row. So
Right.
people said coming into 2015, they were like, Dynasty's dead. They don't have a chance.
And
We
then
went
it
out
was
there,
pretty much
destroyed.
over.
Well, Jacob Coker wasn't the official quarterback until after the Georgia game. We went to Georgia
That's
38
true.
to 10 them. We beat them 38 to 10. And then everybody was like, holy shit, this team's got a chance.
Right.
Yeah, of course. But they're like, holy shit, this team's got a chance. And then next thing you know, because 2011 was the last year we did the BCS,
Right.
the voting system and stuff. So after that, so anyway, we go from there. Now look at this. It's been 2 years since we won a national championship. 2.
Yeah.
It could happen again. We could roll up and win another 2015 look. I mean, not with that same offense, but even though they put up a lot of points, you got to admit for a conservative offense, they put up a lot of points. Derrick Henry was a beast in that game.
And he won the Heisman. And we got a Heisman winner for the first time since Mark Ingram in 09.
Yeah, but also we won a lot of different areas. You got to think Derrick Henry was a beast. Okay.
Yeah,
we went up against. I think that was a big win against a future NFL quarterback in Deshaun Watson and that offense that Clemson had. Now this
I love
year,
watching.
I think Clemson loses more than one game. I don't even think they show
Whoa,
up. But if they do, I do think Alabama destroys
hold
Clemson
on,
off the map. I'm
hold
talking
on.
about puts them in the body bag. It's over.
More than one game. What you don't think they show up this year? With everything they have coming back, they signed a great
Okay.
recruiting.
I'll say this. I'll say that was a dumb decision to say it. I think they'll lose more than one game because of their easy schedule. It is a
Right.
very cupcake
The best they
schedule.
got is the Notre Dame game in South Bend. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, good for y'all scheduling those opponents and having a bad conference. That's good for
Right.
y'all. Even if they do show up, come on, man. Is the committee going to let them in over undefeated Alabama and undefeated Ohio State or undefeated Oklahoma, maybe, or a Texas undefeated? Somebody who's in an upper position than Clemson is. You got at some point you have to start looking at the grades inside of that
And
conference.
I think they cannot have what they had. The North Carolina game last year should have lost that. Should have not made the playoffs because of that game. I mean, everything looked terrible. Just call it what it is. I think if they have another game like that, whether it be Notre Dame or whoever, if they have some close calls this year, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, regardless, they're going to win the ACC and they're going to put them in, but at the same time, I don't think we should sit there and say if they have like a game like they did with North Carolina, we shouldn't sit there and say, "Hey, they got this one."
We
You
need
know,
to get a kicker is what needs to happen because that last year broke my heart, man, with the Auburn
Will
game.
Riker is the guy. But he got hurt last year. He was a freshman. He had against South Carolina or whoever, he kicked like a 49 yarder, and I'm like, hold up, look what we finally got. But then he got hurt, and we had to turn to Bullivus. And I was talking to Crimson Brave, um, and he was saying Bullivus was the worst he'd ever seen or whatever. And I said, "You remember Cade Foster, right? Because you remember that 2013 game
Yeah.
when he just kept missing and missing
Yeah, I
and was
remember all those.
flying left and all that. Adam Griffith had to come out, and the kick six happened. I mean,
Well, I'll say this, and this is my opinion. I think that the Georgia game is going to be a very tough game.
right?
Uh, I think, see, I'm going to be realistic about it. I think Georgia's going to have a really damn fine defense. I think it's going to be
Oh
one
yeah,
tough game to
especially
win. Um,
Kirby still has to figure out offense though, but I think they can get it done.
Kirby might be the first person to beat Bama, but
Maybe
it's going to take them everything they got to beat us. I mean, it just
blood,
is.
sweat, and tears.
It has
And you
always
think
took us all of us to win. I mean, look at our games against Georgia in the past. Aaron Murray, the 2012, I think it was the 2012 SEC championship. It was against Georgia. I don't
I
remember.
made, I made a video about Bama and Georgia, and it was like, is Bama and Georgia a rivalry? Because they talk about it so much. Feinbaum talks about it because of Kirby Smart trying to catch Saban, and he could be the first former assistant, and blah blah blah, all that news and stuff. Is it a rivalry? It's not a rivalry, but there's definitely some tension between the two teams, I think, and there is
No,
some
well, I
recent.
think in the future, I think there's going to be a lot more of Saban assistants. By the time he retires, the SEC is going to be made up of Saban assistants.
Right.
Uh, I think it's tough to win every year like that. Alabama's proved that. When you lose a lot of talent like LSU has, lost a lot of top key talent in the coaching department, as well as they're going to feel the pain of winning that natty and going.
Yeah.
They're going to feel it. They're going to feel what Alabama's been feeling for a long time. We lose a coach every year to something, and we're always losing great players, defensive players to and offensive players to the NFL draft.
Yeah.
You're going to feel that pain. I promise you, LSU, it's time for you to feel the same pain that we have in that area. Um, but I think we beat them in Death Valley. We literally demolished them. I think this year there's no prisoners going to be taken. I think it's going to be a beatdown of any team and every team in our way. I think that the Georgia game is going to be the toughest game we play all year, and if we have to play them again, it's going to be the toughest game again. Because in the Aaron Murray game, They were on the 4th-yard line or the 2nd-yard line at the end of the game when it hit 0. It was really close. They could have won
Right.
the game. It was like 32-28 or something like that. I don't remember exactly,
I
but I
fully
know.
agree. I was going to say I fully agree with Crimson Braves' comment. Our defense will be lights out this year as well, and our offense is way ahead of Georgia. Oh yeah. I mean,
Well, we don't
listen,
know that yet.
I'll give them
We
a
don't know
chance.
that
But
yet. We don't know what their offense is going to do. I'm not going to say we're light years ahead, but I'm going to say that as far as Bryce Young and Mac has experience. Bryce Young has the talent. So does Tua's little brother. We'll
right.
see
Well,
what
he
happens there.
transferred.
Oh, he
He's at
did?
Maryland.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't even know
he went
that.
to Maryland. Yeah, he's like, see ya. Which
Well,
I
he knew
think
Bryce.
I think is
I
cool.
think it was smart for him because I knew that Bryce Young was coming, and Bryce
He was
Young's
going
an
to win
exciting
it eventually.
quarterback. See, I didn't even know that. I haven't been keeping up with the information as far as those go. Um, but Mac Jones is talented, and you got Bryce Young behind him. It's going to be a good look, I think, this year because Mac Jones only lost one game, and that one game was Auburn, and they beat
Right.
Michigan pretty good. I thought that was the old.
Yeah, he
I
did.
felt like that was the old Alabama beating them like that. I felt like that
Yeah,
was,
I think that
damn,
kind of
this is an
set a
old
statement
Alabama
or a
style.
tone.
Yeah, it was a
I
statement.
think yeah, for the upcoming season. Now, what
Najee
I'm
Harris
afraid
will
of,
be. Najee Harris will be the
yeah,
best. I think he will be the best running back in the SEC.
I
I
hope.
really do. I think that we're going back to a certain time. I don't think we're going to stay conservative, but I do think that Najee Harris will be a big part of our offense, and I do think that he will get a chance to run for a
He'll get a
Heisman.
breakout year.
I just think it's going to be a beast year for him. I don't know if he's going to break any records like Derrick Henry or Mark Ingram would, or any of these.
He
Trent
could.
Richardson. I wish Trent Richardson would have stayed. I wish Mark Ingram and Trent Richardson could have stayed together longer. That was a great duo. Thunder and
Yeah,
Lightning, and oh man, that was just a great deal. But Najee Harris is a beast. Got that Bo guy behind center as well. We'll see what
yeah,
goes down. I think as a whole, Alabama's set and ready. We're stacked. We have the talent to win.
right. Yeah, and I think as far as Najee Harris goes, I really hope, and I've heard, I follow Touchdown Alabama magazine with Stephen Smith or whatever, and
Yeah.
I've talked to him lately on his call-in show and all that about Najee Harris, and I kind of miss as much as I love Tua, and I loved us putting 50, 60 points up every week. Throwing the ball to Ruggs and Judy and Smitty, as they call Devontae Smith. I kinda think that we'll get back to the ground and pound RPO type of offense that we've always had, and I think you'll get to see Najee Harris have a breakout year.
You got to think though, we still got beast players. We still got Jalen Waddle and
Right.
Smith and all these different
Gotta
players
give
that
the ball.
played in the national championship against Georgia. And
Bama has
actually,
negative
Tua
rebound.
threw. See, Jalen Waddle was a freshman and Tua was a freshman. They put in Tua, and he threw that Hail Mary to Jalen Waddle to win the game against Georgia. So Jalen
It was
Waddle is
Devontae.
the best returner in the league. I think he's the most exciting. He done a
It
lot
was
for us this year.
actually, I think it was actually Devontae Smith who caught the 2nd and 26 one. Jalen Waddle came in the year after. He's um I think this year is his junior year. He came in right after Ruggs and Judy and Alden, I
Okay.
think, if I'm not
Well,
mistaken. But
see, I'm not no
I
Mark
got
Rogers
the
or anybody in the
he
whole
threw
recruit.
it to the big time receiver.
But Jalen Waddle's the
Basically,
best returner in the league. I think.
he's
I really
elite.
do. I
He's
mean,
back.
he is what made
Put
the
the Jets
LSU
on
game.
him, go.
He made the LSU game exciting as well. I think he was just Jalen Waddle's just a beast. Najee Harris a beast. I mean, Smith and all them. I wish we could have kept Henry Ruggs and Jerry Judy, man, like that. I know they had to go,
Yeah,
but man, those guys, man, they were like the
they're
monstrous.
elite. They're gonna
I
have a big
mean,
ride on the pro.
but I also know that Alabama's always recruited well in the wide receiver department and those kind of departments.
Hmm.
Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, And what was that dude's name?
Which
Damn,
one?
I can't remember him.
Cooper, Julio Jones, Robert Foster. You thinking about him?
Maybe.
Sims. What year was it?
I think it was last year or the year before.
Last year?
Yeah.
Did he just turn pro?
He's been pro. Okay, so for a couple years. It's about a couple years ago.
I can't think of any receivers drafted prior to last year from Alabama that I can think of, at least off the top of my head.
That was a couple years ago.
Ridley, Calvin Ridley.
Yes,
Taking
Calvin
him?
Ridley. That's what
He's
I'm
with the
thinking.
Falcons.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Calvin Ridley. You think about Calvin Ridley, Julio Jones, all this wide receiver talent. You get Amari Cooper. Julio Jones is a legend. I can't believe he doesn't have
Yeah, he
a Super
is,
Bowl
man.
yet. He's just a monstrous kind of guy. I mean, it's insane.
Well, he would have one if they had not let Tom Brady come back on him. But like the Falcons should have won that. I think.
Yeah, but Hightower's on the other side, so it's like,
Yeah, he
you
is.
know,
I
you,
forgot
you
about Donta Hightower.
and you also forget about like when the Ravens had Terrence Cody, and you forget about these guys like Upshaw, Courtney Upshaw, and Fitzpatrick.
Terrence Cody. Minka Fitzpatrick is with the who's he with now? He was with the Dolphins. He's now it's like right there, but I can't exactly remember.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter.
But
I mean, the guy's just a beast. I think as a
yeah, he
total,
is.
any Alabama player on defense or a wide receiver is going to be successful. I'm going to watch the Dolphins. I'm not a fan of the Dolphins.
But you want to watch Tua.
I want to watch Tua. I want to see
Yeah,
Tua
man.
do something. I want to see Tua win a Super Bowl. That would be like if he like his first year, it would just be amazing. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it would be amazing to see him win a Super Bowl and be like, they'll be like, oh, he's better than Dan Marino right now. Just instantly. I mean, they will just instantly go to that.
Yeah.
But no, I would love to see Tua do some great things in the NFL because I think he should. He's already a millionaire, so that's good. I'm happy for him and his family. I supported
Yeah.
Tua and Jalen, both of them. I support Jalen. I want Jalen to
Yeah,
go far. I always support people
I'm
who I feel
afraid
like
for
made an
Jalen.
impact.
I'm afraid for Jalen because so they don't really the Eagles don't have much outside of Carson Wentz at quarterback. They were
Yeah.
upset about them drafting Hurts because they just signed a big extension to him. But from what I have heard rumors that they want to use Jalen like a running back or whatever. And that just makes me mad. I get he's good at running, and Crimson Brave and I have talked about it.
Jalen is a great
But he can
quarterback.
throw the ball. He can throw the ball. And I think people like to use his running to their advantage or whatever. And listen, I get it. I understand. But, I mean, let's not forget that he's dual threat.
I also think that a lot of people like Burrow is going to get buried by my Steelers. It's going to be funny to watch.
I've heard rumors he might be a bust or something.
Well, he's going to be a bust because he's on a bad team. I mean, it's just how it is. I mean, he's gonna be in the same position that Andy Dalton was in. Great quarterback, and if put in the right offense, just like he was at LSU, they went and refigured the offense for him.
Right.
Ohio State ain't about to refigure shit for you. Then you go and LSU will do it. They made the right decision. They won a natty. I mean, that's just how it is. Now, for them to claim that they're the best team ever, that's some bullshit. You might have had the best year ever, but that don't mean you're the best ever. Because you got to beat all championships. You got to beat all of them. You have to do those things. Just like Tom Brady and Drew Brees. Drew Brees holds the records, but then Tom Brady holds all the championships. I mean, it's just...
Exactly. You got to win it. You got to win it.
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, Dan Marino proved that. But to be the best, you got to really be the best. You have to beat the best and be consistent with it, just like Tom Brady has been. And I would love now. This probably ain't gonna happen, but I would love since Tom Brady's in the NFC Patriots. I would love
I'm
to
a Bucs
see.
fan, so I'm
I would
excited.
love to see Tom Brady in the Super Bowl on the NFC side versus Bill Belichick in the Patriots.
Yeah.
That would be epic. They would be
Yeah.
like, "Look at this! This man over here. We're going to
Oh
finally
my
prove
God.
is this coach what made Tom Brady great, or is Tom Brady greater than the coach?"
I
Like,
want either that matchup, or if we in the Super Bowl, or dude, I want Mahomes and Brady in the Super Bowl. Bucks and Chiefs, let's get it.
I want him to beat Drew Brees twice, so people can shut up
Right.
about the Drew Brees Tom Brady thing.
Right. I think Breeze is just a little bit overrated, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, he's not bad, he's great, but
No, he's right. He's
I
right.
feel
He's
like
been
the
he been
Raiders.
rated like number 10 all time.
Oh, really?
Tom Brady's number 1, then Joe Montana, and then we go to like the older
Well, that's all
guys.
time. I'm talking about current
Like
players,
Otto. You know who that Otto guy is? That old night, like when they were wearing leather helmets. Otto, what is his name?
I don't know.
They got quarterbacks like that from way back that they've got on a list like that.
Think about guys like Broadway Joe Namath, Joe Williams,
Terry Bradshaw.
Bradshaw, yeah.
What's that other guy name? Damn, that quarterback for
Marino,
Cowboys.
Cowboys. Romo? Tony Romo?
No, way back when they were
Shoot,
winning
I don't.
Super Bowls.
I wouldn't know. I probably wouldn't know.
Is it Troy Aikman?
Maybe. I really don't have a clue. I couldn't tell you.
Well, the big thing is this is about football. Look, I'm not going to be a crybaby. I'm not a crybaby about what's going on right now. See, a lot of people are going to make a crybaby face. I'm not going to make a crybaby one way or other. As long as it don't impede me, I ain't going to make a crybaby about nothing. But football, it would make me like be a little upset that football's not going to happen or this ain't going to happen, you know?
Right. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to see if anyone else wants to get on. I've been on here for over an hour, but I appreciate you coming on. You got anything else?
Oh, just roll, Tide, roll. Appreciate it, brother. Have a good one, man.
Thanks. Roll Tide, Blake. Have a good one. All right. I'm going to see if anyone else wants to get on. I see 3 people watching. I think, hold on. Let me check something real quick. I'm pretty sure we still got the link in here. But if you want to get on, I know Nate wanted to try to get on, but I'm not sure if he's watching still or anything. Let's see. Copy. Crimson Brave, you still in here? You try to get on, man. Where are the comments? Oh, you're telling Dwayne to get on. There we go. Got it in there. Click the link. Crimson Brave, you get on, man. You're telling Dwayne to get on. I know Nate was trying to get on. It says 4 people are watching. I'm not sure who else is watching. I guess Blake West, Dwayne, Crimson Brave, and I'm not sure who else. Probably Johnny Chimpo's banana one. Yeah, Dwayne never gets on. That's true. I mean, if he doesn't want to get on, he doesn't want to get on. Can't force it. But being the host and the fact that Crimson Brave is always coming up in trouble, I get the honors of telling you to get on tonight, sir. I wanna hear some of your thoughts on what you think of Bama or any teams this year. Johnny Chimpo's banana says something I'm not gonna say. Link's in there, Crimson Brave. We're waiting. But so. Two minutes. 3, 2. I'm kidding, but yeah. So, yeah, so in case you guys haven't heard, I got into school. Gonna start trying to be a sportscaster in the fall, going to college and everything, local community school and everything. A lot's gonna change. I'm gonna, different, it's gonna get different type of schedule, obviously. Work around school, maybe on weekends or whatever, do some streams, and try to get a little bit more professional with it. Thanks, Johnny Jimpo's Banana. Says, good job, Ballard. Keep it up. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys. Really do. Means a lot. I think it's been more than 2 minutes, Crimson Brave. I'm just busting your chops, man. Let's see here what we got on. I'm watching NASCAR. I don't know, man. I get that it's gotten political and crap, but I'm just bored. I'm trying to find some sports that are on. There's really not a whole lot at the moment. Just super old football games or whatever. Hamlin's in second. Bubba Wallace is in 8th place. Is this a rerun? When was this? It doesn't say when it was. I think it's a rerun. Crap. I've been thinking about doing like every day or every other day type of morning show type of thing. Like how Uncle Lou and BBD do, but do it a little different. Maybe get some people on or not. I don't know. But I guess it's not that bad of an idea. I figured I'd call it like Ballard Sports 360 or whatever. Where all around the world of sports. Talk for a couple hours about it. But we'll see what happens. It probably won't be in the mornings because listen, we're almost in July. I'll have school. So it's got someone in here. Chester's. What?
Good morning,
Chester's.
Ballard.
Oh my God, Crimson. Crimson Brave, how you doing?
I'm good. It's been a minute, hasn't it?
Oh, yes, it has. Oh, you are so lucky Chet Hall's not watching this. He would probably fire you up, dude.
Oh man, I always on Chess Hall. You
Yeah.
should see the text message between me and him. It's nothing but footballs and relevance.
Right. I got you.
I'm always on Chess Hall.
Yeah.
Anyways, what you got on your mind?
Not much, man. Just trying to talk some sports. You ready for Bama football this year?
Oh, more
If we
than
get a
anything in
season?
this world.
Oh yeah, man. Looking forward to it. What were your thoughts on? And I might have missed some of your comments or already read them, but all the stuff I was talking about with Blake West, with like McCarron and getting back to like the ground and pound run attack game and everything this year, hopefully.
I said this in the comments already. I prefer the aired out offense.
Right. I'm fine with either way as long as we're scoring, but it was always great to see guys like Ingram and Yeldon and Henry and all them, even guys in recent years like Damian Harris and Josh Jacobs who have gone pro already. It was just great to see those guys get the ball and run and get big yardage. Because listen, we talk about defensive back university, DBU. Bama to me is RBU. If I'm being honest, I mean, you look at just the running backs that Nick Saban has recruited since he's been there, and I even made a video about it. But I mean, it's a running back factory, in my opinion.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know. You just can't run with that win national championships with that ground and pound type offense anymore.
Right. You got to get big yardage.
You got to throw the ball now. We're in that day and age.
Right. I gotcha. I mean, there's nothing wrong with running it, but at some point you got to think, is it truly working and is it enough? And if it's not, you got to create with some, even if you want to get the quarterback running the ball with some trick plays or something, you still got to get some quarterback play in there.
And I believe Mac Jones can get the job done too.
Yeah, I agree too. I think, man, now I've heard quite a good news on him and stuff. Like, look what he did against Auburn. Look what he did here or there. He put up 2 numbers against a great defense. I've heard, you take away the 2 pick sixes in the Iron Bowl, Bama would have won. And I mean, he's great. So I really don't see anything wrong with him. I mean, I don't see him as much of a guy that can run the ball if he needed to get away from pressure, but he can throw the ball deep and put up some big yardage.
He's more mobile than Fromm.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
At least it's not a whole Jalen Hurts thing where we're making one read and run.
Right.
I mean, no disrespect, but yeah, I hope he does great things too. But I think you've talked to me enough to know that I'm just as a quarterback, I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about that plenty of times.
Yeah, I was. Who was I talking to? My step grandmother the other day. She's an Alabama fan, and we were sitting down talking about Tua and Jalen, and we're like, she said, Tua's great. Don't get me wrong, but Jalen should have never, been giving up his job or anything like that. He should have never been benched, is what she said. Not because of the championship, right? Yeah. Like, you needed to do that, but Tua should have never won the job is what she was saying to me. And I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I kind of agree that you should have. I mean, I felt
Tua
like
earned it.
Yeah, Tua did earn it fair and square. Saban went with who he thought was the better quarterback. And honestly, to start out in the season at least, he looked like it. But then when Jalen came in throwing that football against Georgia, dude, I said, and Tua can throw the ball. Because that spiral that he threw, man, he just kind of had that fire. And, I mean, it was cool.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Like, just when Jalen was a starter, I just did not like the way the offense ran.
Right.
Because, like, you saw, wide receiver group was almost illegal. And it
was good, man.
And there was one person Jalen would target, and you know who that was?
Waddle?
No. Ridley.
I got a little sidetracked. You're talking about before he lost his job and when he was like a sophomore or a freshman or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would go to Ridley all the time. I think, and he threw to guys like Robert Foster and guys I talked with Blake West about a minute ago. he targeted those guys, but man, it was Ridley.
If Ridley was not
You know,
open, the first thing he would do,
run.
take off and run the damn ball.
Run it down the field. I got you. What's up, huh? You like? Says what's up? What's up?
You like?
You like? It's funny when Lou reads that name. He's like, huh? Yeah, like.
You like? I want to see if there's
I
comments to
don't
read.
like. I don't like. No.
Man, there's no comments, man.
Yeah. It says one person's watching. I don't know. I know Nate Kingston. He's always showing up. Michigan fan. He was in the back room for a while. I said I'd get him on when I was done with Blake West. And then he just left, and he didn't say anything or anything like that in the comments. But
Yeah, that's okay.
yeah.
Oh, I got some big news.
What's up?
Camel Toe's channel seems to be missing. What happened?
I think you were saying that in the comments. I don't know. I'm sure someone pushed him to the edge.
Yeah, apparently he said he's
He
taking a
said
break from
something.
YouTube.
Yeah, taking a break.
He's gonna be back. Like, stop it.
He'll make a second channel or something and play his guitar shovel
Or
or
he'll
whatever.
just bring back his other channel that he just took down. I mean, we all know it.
Right.
Lost your job, lost your monetization in a 2-week period. Wow.
It's always funny to see Uncle Lou's live streams when he's just playing music and just some random camel toes. No comment on it or anything. Just kind of, I mean, Camel's weird. I don't know. There's something about him. I just, like he just, I've watched him before and he just kind of sits there and just complains. Like, you know?
And just kidding. Go Dogs. Bye. Wow.
Week 3, come get some.
I don't know. Oh. All I gotta say is fuck you, Georgia.
Yeah. Man, you know what I just realized? One of the remember that Fraggle Productions guy came on a few weeks ago? I was stupid. I just remembered it. Do what?
Are you talking about A-Fizzle?
Was that who that was? No, someone that claimed to be like this is so and so from like Fraggle Rock Productions or whatever, and it's like it was just so stupid. You came on and we were both laughing about it a couple weeks ago. This was before I moved to Alabama. You remember?
Yeah, you told me about it.
You could go back and watch the stream, I'm sure, but I just remembered that and I'm like, I still don't know who that actually was. That was so weird. Like it just out of nowhere and like
Man, no comment still. I'm disappointed.
It says no one's watching. I mean, I don't know why you're not watching the stream or anything.
Well, you're poor then,
you
Ballard.
Be watching. Do what?
Oh, you're poor then.
Yeah.
Hey,
I just about hit 100 subs too.
Can you predict what the 30-20 preseason poll is going to be?
Oh my gosh, dude. So what? So what? I asked Uncle Lou about Clemson and Georgia for next year. He already made a hype and hate video. I don't see why, if you're going to talk about it.
I mean, it's a big game.
It is a big game. Listen, if we can predict preseason college football playoff teams and who's going to make the natty, if both of those teams this year are title favorites, at least Clemson is. Georgia's just outside looking in kind of team, if you ask me. Do we really expect them to fall that far within a year? I mean, come on.
Well,
You get
no,
what I'm
but
saying?
but we just don't know what juniors or seniors is coming back. I mean, look
That's
how
true.
many LSU is a good example, and look how many players they lost.
Yeah, that's true. You make a good point.
And then 2018 LSU had an abysmal offense, and look what we didn't expect LSU to be that good in 2019.
Right. We figured they'd be pretty good, but we didn't expect a Heisman winner in a 15-0 season all in one.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, still. First off, I even told Uncle Lou. I said, "You made a hype and hate video," and he's like, "That was 3 or 4 months ago. I mean, that was right after the season had ended. Now we're looking ahead to 2020," which he made a good point there. But I mean, even still, right? Like,
I
would
mean,
you not be looking ahead right away to
I mean,
2020,
if I had a
2019?
if I had a YouTube channel, and then I saw that we were playing someone. Oh, actually, we just got home and home series at Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And that's a big deal. So I mean, you're gonna see a lot of people talk about it, or Lou make like a hype and hate video for Georgia and Clemson. I mean, that's a big game.
Yeah, it is. I don't get why he can make a hype and hate video and I can't even bring it up in a small phone call. He made like a 20 or 30-minute video on it. I just want to talk for like 10 minutes. 30 seconds of your time or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get.
I mean, I love Uncle Lou. I got a lot of respect for him, but man, I mean,
Slap him for being a UGA fan, though.
you're the one that brought it up. I wouldn't even know about the Home and Home series if you didn't make that video or talk about it. Dude, he even talked to Pigskin Pete about it on a phone call a couple months ago, right before he made that video. He talked to him on the phone on a call-in show or whatever. I mean, apparently Ballard can't come on and bring it up.
I still need your at 30-20 at preseason bowl, buddy.
Saban will be gone. Gusman's gone. Will be gone, but Auburn's still going to suck. Dabo's probably still going to be there. So Clemson.
That's going to be 30-20 is 1,000 years away.
Let's see, Clemson.
You think
maybe Penn State, maybe Michigan, Florida State will probably not be mediocre. Expect a lot of ACC teams, probably.
Yeah. You think Dabo's going to be alive in 1,000 years?
I don't even know, man. I'll take BYU.
Ooh.
I'll take.
Rocky Top.
Tennessee. Let's see. BYU, Tennessee. I'll take from the ACC. Let's see, what's the word? Wake Forest. I'll take. I don't know. I've run out of crappy teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. See, I hope we see Auburn with one loss this year or undefeated, but that's not going to happen.
I want a good Iron Bowl at Bryant Denny. I'm sick of this winner take all only at Jordan Hare. I kind of hope they beat Georgia just to cause some drama in the SEC. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, the barn won in Athens. Oh, this could get interesting, folks, for the Iron Bowl later in the year.
If Florida wins the East, I'd
They
be
will.
satisfied. I want 1 15-0 season before Saban leaves.
That's this year.
I hope
15-0
so.
season. 15-0 season, man. Listen.
And I
They got
wanted to see one
next
Bryce Young versus DJ Julia Galilei.
year, because Trevor,
Damn.
listen, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If Clemson doesn't win the Natty, does Trevor Lawrence go pro? If Clemson fails to win the championship this year, does Trevor Lawrence go pro?
Yes, he's
Or
going to be a big first round pick. He's going.
He's the number one pick.
Definitely. Him and Justin Fields.
Unless Justin Fields wins the Heisman and wins the Natty or one or the other, I think Trevor Lawrence would have it on lockdown. But I don't see any reason for it. Because, I mean, what else could he prove? You saw what he did to Bama. Now, granted, it was because Bama's defense sucked. But,
I mean, even if Justin Fields goes ahead of Lawrence, I mean, Lawrence is still going to be a first-round pick.
And he's still a far better, like, not even close.
I like
better quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor's more proven, but as a quarterback, what I saw from Justin Fields, oh man, he definitely showed why he was the number one recruit.
I'm not taking anything away from him, but I mean, come on now. Come on. Trevor Lawrence, dude.
I mean, they both got really good arms.
Mm-hmm.
But man, Justin Fields, I'd love to have that guy as a quarterback.
Yeah, man.
If he transfers,
by the time the Bucs need a new quarterback, the best one I can see right now is Bo Nix for the number one pick, because I'm not seeing all of the good quarterbacks. Bryce Young as a junior would be in the 2023 draft. Brady will be gone by then. DJ will probably be there. That's so I guess Bo Nix as a junior would probably be 2022 draft next year.
Yeah.
Talia would be there. They could go ahead. I mean, listen, the Bucs are looking to make the Super Bowl and win it this year, so they're not trying to tank just yet. But in a couple years, when Tom Brady's gone, the Buccaneers are going to need to draft a guy, sign a guy, whatever. They'll have to find that young guy for the future. You know what I'm saying? Because Brady's not signing for 10 years. He just wanted to get out of New England, finish his career somewhere, and win the Super Bowl somewhere like Tampa Bay, and be gone with it.
See, like I said, I want a Bryce Young versus DJ Julia Galilei matchup.
Right. Dude, I
can't even pronounce that guy's last name.
Uwe Gagalili. I think that's how you say it. I can't make that up if I wanted to. That's what I've heard.
Julia
even Clemson fans are struggling with it.
We just figured out how it's pronounced to his last name, and now we have to
Tua Tagovailoa.
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 Yeah.
That's what my uncle said. He's a Clemson fan. So of course he was.
You should see how much Trevor Lawrence turned over the ball.
Yeah, dude. Like when he was throwing interceptions so early in the season, it's like you're not living up to the expectations that college football set for you. So we're just gonna.
Yeah,
no, but he's moving and he makes mistakes. So I feel like there was a lot of pressure, a lot more pressure than there should have been on Trevor. Honestly.
See, if they both entered a transfer portal, and if I was asked to pick between Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence, I'd probably pick Justin Fields.
Oh, man, are you serious? Even though Trevor Lawrence brought Clemson back in the Fiesta Bowl, you would still take Justin Fields?
Yeah, I mean, I just think he's a better quarterback.
Okay, that's interesting. Man,
I think he proved why he was the number one recruit out of that 2018 class. I mean, just in 1 year, like I knew the kid had the talent, but it's just like
He wasn't
after
going to fit in at Georgia, I don't think.
yeah
He needed
after
the right school. And he
after
needed a coach that could actually coach football, not Kirby Smart.
after that like hell and that Justin Fields went at Georgia, like I just didn't think he'd be this good right away when he went to Ohio State. But man, that dude was impressive.
All right, I said Kirby Smart couldn't coach football. He's good on defense. He can coach a good defense. Ask Alabama fans. But
He just needs to keep his hands off the
offense, dude. They say defense wins championships. Offense, you got to score.
Yeah,
You know, you got to score. You gotta be able to put together. Like if you're down 4 points and you need one touchdown just to win the game, and you don't have offense, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Crimson Brave? Looks like we lost him. I'm not sure. It kicked you off. I didn't even touch anything. I was kind of sitting back, if I'm being honest. That sucks. I don't know. It's 11 o'clock here anyway. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Okay. Hold on. There we go.
I got kicked off.
You got kicked off? I don't know what happened, dude.
No, I accidentally hit the done button. Like I accidentally hit settings and I hit done like a dumbass, and I got thrown off.
I got you. It happens.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
You ready to see the Georgia Notre Dame? Not Georgia Notre Dame, Clemson Notre Dame.
Clemson Notre Dame. That'll be good. That's in South Bend, but I think we can all agree Clemson's got that one on lockdown. I think.
Yeah, they have. They actually have athletes, unlike Notre Dame.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
those guys can't run.
Right.
See, me and Mr. Dugas talked about this on Instagram.
Yeah, people even said Ian Book was a good NFL type of guy. I didn't really. Ian Book, I didn't really see much of that.
Oh boy. And yes, I still own Chester Hall.
Chester Hall.
Yep. That's his new name now, Chester. He did not honor his ban and from live streams. He was not supposed to be on any live stream for a week.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why?
He showed up late to Uncle Lou's morning show.
Oh, I remember that. Was this the one where he was talking about like his girlfriend and all that?
Yeah.
Oh man, that had to be the worst morning show episode.
I told him if he honors his abandonment from live streams, I'd go to Georgia and buy him a KFC bucket since they won't serve him if he goes up there.
Yeah.
You should ask Chef Saul watch his YouTube video about him at the KFC.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't serve him.
Well, I'm sure.
And see, anytime he goes on anybody's StreamYard, I'll like just spam his phone with a bunch of emojis. He just
Wait a minute. You spam a bunch of emojis regardless. Okay, don't.
Yeah, I know. Especially Chester's Hall's phone.
Elephants and footballs all over.
Yeah, and there's even more on his phone. I have the guy's number.
And it's already 11 o'clock here.
Oh yeah, it's 11. Yep.
What part of Alabama are you in?
I live in Homewood.
Homewood?
Yeah, I think I've told you that a lot.
Not a lot. Maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off here pretty soon. You got anything else?
Not much. Other than get your ass to bed.
Yeah, and give us the football season so Bama can go 15-0.
Yeah, I really want one 15-0 season.
Just one, man. Just
Oh,
one.
yeah,
I
by
don't
the
care
way,
who we play.
I will say one thing. Losing Justin Ross could hurt Clemson a little bit. Not from a talent perspective, but like who else do they have at receiver that experience?
Wait. Oh, he got hurt. That's right.
Yeah,
I
some
forgot about that.
surgery.
They got a couple guys. They got like the Samari Rogers or whoever. I'll have to look, but they'll be loaded. They got it. But
Yeah, I mean
it's
it's not a talent question. It's just experience.
right.
Who will be that next guy?
Exactly.
And Clemson's just like Bama. You never question and their roster. I mean,
Never underestimate it. Never.
I mean, that defense we had was very talented. It was just, experience.
Right.
But now we got all that.
Now they
guys
have
coming
some
back.
time and experience.
Yeah, we got them all coming back, and
I don't see how they get worse than what they were last year. At least, even if it's a little bit better, I'll be happy. I guess.
Yeah, if our defense isn't and like where it should be this year, I'm gonna go choke out Pete Golden.
Right. How about that though? How about actually getting our coordinators coming back finally?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Name me. No turnover.
Ballard.
Yeah.
Do rank the Bama QBs like in the Saban era.
Crap. Why you got to do this to me? That have started or just played in general? Like, what do we?
I mean, don't count Mac Jones because he's still around.
I won't count him because he's still got some time. I guess you could count Tua though. I would put.
Yeah, count Tua.
Let's see. I can really think. You want to count Jalen Hurts in there, even though he transferred?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. I would say.
I already have mine.
I'll give mine real quick, and then you can share yours. I would say AJ McCarron. I would say
better than Tua.
Yeah, AJ, Tua, Jalen, McElroy, and then I guess Jake Coker.
Blake Sims.
I forgot about crap. I didn't even think about him. I liked Coker though in 2015. I mean, he had a pretty good arm, I guess.
Yeah, great. Mine is Tua, obviously. I mean,
yeah. How would you possibly
Number 2 would be Coker.
Okay.
Number 3, and then McCarron. Okay, he's great, but I mean, he's a game manager. Come on.
Right.
Number 4, Blake Sims.
Blake Sims. Okay.
Number 5, I'll put McElroy. And well, actually, it's close between McElroy and Hurts.
Yeah.
And now, am I missing anybody?
Let's see. Name them again.
Tua, Coker, McCarron, Sims, and then I'm debating between Hurts and McElroy.
I don't think, as far as guys that have started or whatever, I don't think you're missing anybody.
Yeah.
What about okay. I guess, do we even want to count John Parker Wilson?
Oh yeah.
I guess he was all right, but it was really only 1 year because he was there during the Shula years, and when Saban came along,
Yeah, I'm
wasn't he
not gonna
like a
count him
senior?
because he's not like
Saban
something.
era, he was like 1 year.
Yeah, I'm not gonna count John Parker.
And even though Jake Coker was also 1 year, he did win us a championship.
Yeah,
And Saban had been there too.
yeah. Saban's been there. That's the difference. I mean,
Right.
John Parker Wilson was not brought in by Saban, so I don't really count him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my list. Tua number 1, Coker at number 2, and McCarron number 3, Blake Sims number 4, and then I guess I'll say McElroy number 5 and number 6 Jalen.
That's a good list. Even
know.
adding extra one in there.
I'm not adding any leadership. This is just a straight
Right.
QB, like just talent as a quarterback.
Right.
Jalen's probably my least favorite.
Seriously?
I mean, I'm not hating on him. I'm not just trying to trash him, but
You hate to throw him down.
like I really did not like this one read and run type junk.
Right.
Because like see, back in 2017, we had this illegal, almost illegal, wide receiver core,
Right.
and he only targeted one person, which is Calvin Ridley. And you know what would happen if Calvin Ridley was not open? He would take off and run.
That's it.
It's
Like,
not. It's not going to slide in the NFL. I'm telling you.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with running the ball, but dude, you got to try to throw it more. And I like
you gotta make reads.
I love how he has improved as a passer and looked great doing throwing the ball to guys like Charleston Rambo, CeeDee Lamb, and all of them at Oklahoma last year. It looked great, but then again, Big 12 doesn't play defense. But regardless of that, he's done great, I think.
Yeah, I know Oklahoma, a YouTuber on here that was not happy, way more critical of Ertz than I ever been.
Right.
I'm not really someone that's gonna. I mean, yeah, I like his leadership. I mean, his character. I mean, we can all learn from that guy.
Right.
But when someone's asking
he
me,
should have transferred, but he stuck it out. He played with the team, and when we needed him in the SEC title game, he showed up, and that was incredible. Like, I have never seen such a great athletic story of a player like him.
Yeah,
to lose your job, to say, you know what, I'm going to fight, I'm going to compete and try to win it. You don't win it, and you stay there anyway. Help your team. Think about it. If they had lost to Georgia, would they have really made it to the playoffs? I guess they could have, but I mean, really,
it would have depended how everything else would have went.
Yeah, but I mean, still, he still helped us win the SEC. So I mean, it's crazy, man.
I think he will do great things in the NFL as a backup, but however, I don't see him leading the team as a quarterback.
Yeah, at least not at the moment.
Like, if you need him, he can do a little bit for you. I don't think he'll ever really lead a team to a Super Bowl or anything.
And obviously, we would like to see that. We would love to, but it's.
I mean, if you were to put your money on that, that would be dumb.
It's a whole other level.
Yeah, I mean, if you're putting your money on that, that would be kind of dumb.
I'm not going to put my money on it. I'll just pray and hope that it can
I think he'll be better in front. I think Fromm's going to career's going to end before he even starts.
Whatever. Fromm.
Yeah, Fromm's just a retard.
Anyway, I've been on here almost 2 hours. You got anything else for me?
No, I don't have anything else.
Just give us the Roll Tide football season, I guess.
Oh yeah, Roll Tide, absolutely. Fuck UGA,
Yes, sir.
fuck Auburn, fuck LSU. Hate all. I just hate all three of those bastards.
Thanks for coming on tonight, Crimson Brave.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed.
Yep, have a good one. Roll Tide.
You too, Roll Tide.
See ya. There you have it, Crimson Brave. I've been on here 2 hours exactly. Look at that. But I appreciate, you like Crimson Brave 2020, Johnny Chimpo's Banana, Blake West, Dwayne RTR. I guess that's pretty much it for everyone who showed up in the chat. Ryan Schnurr, Kanan Alvis, Nate the Great Don't Be Late, Nate Kingston. Appreciate Blake West and Crimson Brave for coming on the stream tonight. Really do appreciate it. It's late. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I've been on for 2 hours. So great show tonight. Appreciate everyone for showing up. If you enjoyed it, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. If you're new, comments always appreciated. Feel free to go back and watch anything you missed of the stream. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Until then, Ballard Sports Media checking out. Y'all have a good one.